If I could just get everyone's attention for a quick moment. Just wanted to draw your attention to page 2 of the program and wanted to let you know that photography is not permitted at the floor level. But as noted on page 2 of the program, a photo will be taken of each graduate as they cross the stage. And between around June 19th and September 19th, graduates will be able to download the print quality of these photos at the URL on that page. Thanks.
there if you forget it.
Yeah. Oh, I do look down through the list.
Amplissime Cancellari, placetni tibi aut officium incipiat.
Plaquette.
Please remain standing for the prayer of invocation, which will be given today by Reverend Wilfred Langmate, UNB student advocate. Wilfred.
Thank you, Dr. Campbell. First, a brief word of explanation to graduates who have not literally or figuratively seen me wear this hat. I got a few quizzical looks, though what's up with that, when I was doing this as you walked past us. It was a gesture of blessing, reflecting my spiritual tradition. Prior to my work as student advocate, which has brought me such joy over this last dozen years, I was the Anglican chaplain of the University of New Brunswick for the previous 5 years. So it is in that context that I am here to offer the invocation, but I do so deeply aware that my spirituality is unique to me. Each of you has a unique spirituality. And the invocation which I intend to offer, it's my sincere hope and prayer, is deeply personal and authentic to you. It is something that we very much value as a university, to reflect and honor and support all spiritual walks of all of our students and all members of our community. And to that end, and you'll hear more about this in a few more minutes, our elder was also performing a deeply symbolic and meaningful gesture with the very same sort of personal integrity that I hope that I bring to this invocation today. One other thing before I begin the actual invocation, which shall be short. A little bit of advice, specifically to graduates, but really to everyone here, to develop an interior life of some sort. And for many of you, it will be in the context of a specific spiritual walk. But please know yourself as the unique, precious, wonderful, no one else like you person that you are, who has been given these wonderful tools at the university over these last number of years to move forward from today to a wonderful life ahead. The actual invocation will be one which is largely silent, using as its chief axiom, listen or your tongue will cause you to become deaf. In the silence of our hearts, let us be thankful for today, for those who have guided us on our way. For students, that would be parents, soulmates, family members, professors, staff members. For those of us who are parents and supporters of our students, our thoughts are unique towards you. I want each of us over these next few minutes to reflect in a deeply personal way as to why we are here and why this day is so precious and wonderful for us. Thankful for the gifts we've been given, the strength we've been shown. Thankful for this precious moment. And in pride, joy, and hope I say, and may you echo in your heart, Amen.
Thank you, Wilfred. Please be seated. I will now call upon Imelda Purley, our elder in residence, to deliver a traditional Walastuk Maliseet welcome. Imelda.
Kolasi kolpa, gitak mi gomen, Walastuk o giuda. Blida haziet bemkis kak ladwe wagan bejipto, negacho gilwa. Kolasi kolpa. Kolasi kolpa means I welcome you to our traditional territory. You have taken good care of it as we have. When I held my eagle fan up there, it was from all the elders who carried it before me. And all of the, we're supposed to look up to the eagle as a symbol of success. And so when I hold this up, it was to honor each of you, because obviously you've been looking to that direction. This morning when I did the ceremony, I welcomed 4 spirits from the 4 directions, from all where we all come from. And I invited each of them to be here this afternoon as well. But what I'm going to do is we have an honor song that we sing at celebrations just like this. And the honor song I'm going to sing is called Walastuk. It was a song that came from the first elder in residence at UNB, Elder Gwen Bear. I will sing one song in my language, and then I will sing one, the next verse will be in English. As you'll notice on the drum, there's a sun, the river, and the trees, since forestry is here. I just wanted to say this is how we, celebrate our traditional land. We always say that we will carry humility, honesty, wisdom, truth, love, compassion, as long as the sun shines, the grass grows, and the rivers flow. May each of you take that message with you today. Congratulations.
Thank you, Elder Purley. My name is Eddie Campbell, and I'm the president of the University of New Brunswick. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce to you members of our platform party, but I ask that you hold your applause until the end. Members of the platform, when I call your name, please briefly stand. Joining me on the stage are Mark Bedard, president of UNB's Associated Alumni, David Betts, honorary degree recipient, Wendy Betts, honorary degree recipient, Ed Biden, Dean of Graduate Studies, David Burns, Vice President of Research, David Coleman, Dean of Engineering, Karen Cunningham, Comptroller, Sarah Deverin, University Secretary, Jane Fritz, Orator, Ali Gorbani, Dean of Computer Science, Margaret Grant McGivney, member of our Board of Governors and Executive Director of the Associated Alumni, David Hinton, Registrar, Joe Horton, Professor Emeritus Honorary, John Kershaw, Acting Dean of Graduate Studies, Van Lance, Dean of Forestry, Reverend Wilfred Langmaid, UNB Student Advocate, Allison McCain, our Chancellor, Catherine McCain, Chair of UNB's Board of Governors, Brad Nickerson, Professor Emeritus Honorary, Susan Nichols, Professor Emerita Honorary, Imelda Purley, Elder in Residence, Graham Powell, Professor Emeritus, Anthony Secco, Vice President Fredericton Academic, Bob Skillen, Vice President Advancement, Ian Smith, Professor Emeritus Honorary. Thank you all for being part of this special day. I'm very pleased now to call upon our Chancellor, Allison McCain, to deliver the welcome address. Allison.
Members of the Board of Governors, President Campbell, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the people we're here to honor today, graduates. It is my privilege to welcome you to this, the 185th Encaenia ceremony at the University of New Brunswick in Fredericton. Graduates, allow me to officially congratulate you on your achievement and what is now literally moments away from happening. The qualities that have served you throughout your university career will also serve you well as you leave academia and enter the real world. Today, you follow in the footsteps of literally thousands of UNB graduates. Your hard work, your talent, and your determination have finally paid off. Whether you realize it or not, you've grown over the time you've been here at UNB. You've matured, you've amassed knowledge and skills, and you've developed, importantly, you've developed leadership abilities that will serve you well. A good education is important, but I think what really matters is what you do with that. You have the potential to make a real difference in this world. And dare I suggest to you that you might even have a little bit of an obligation to do just that. Today, graduates, today is your day. Enjoy it, savor it. You deserve every minute of it, but tomorrow, let's get going. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Chancellor McCain. At this time, I want to draw your attention to page 16 of the program. The medals listed will be presented during our Encaenia ceremonies. All other medals and prizes appear below the recipient's name in the graduation list. These medals and prizes will be presented at a faculty awards ceremony or can be picked up at the Financial Services Ottawa office in the IUC building. On behalf of the entire university community, may I congratulate all of the recipients, and let me express our hope that they will always maintain the high standards that they have demonstrated in qualifying for these awards. I would now ask our Vice President at Fredericton Academic, Tony Secco, to assist Chancellor McCain with the presentation of medals.
Through the generosity of His Honor the Lieutenant Governor, a silver medal is awarded each spring to the outstanding graduating student in each of the faculties on the Fredericton campus. At this ceremony, we will present the medals in engineering, forestry and environmental management, and computer science. I would ask each recipient to come forward as your name is called to receive the medal from the Chancellor. The Lieutenant Governor's silver medal in engineering is awarded to Gleb Andreevich Egorov. Lieutenant Governor's Silver Medal in Forestry and Environmental Management is awarded to Sean Michael Lamb. The Lieutenant Governor Silver Medal in Computer Science is awarded to Nicholas Joseph Leonard Hebert.
At this time, we will confer the honorary rank of Professor Emeritus or Professor Emerita. The candidates will be presented by the Vice President, Fredericton Academic. Tony.
The Professor Emeritus distinction is awarded only to retired faculty members. Criteria for the honorary rank include teaching performance of exceptional merit, extensive research, publication of unusually high quality, creative contributions to the administration and development of the university, and a record of professional conduct that indicates fair and ethical treatment of students and other members of the academic community. Candidates must be approved by the university's Board of Governors. It is my pleasure to invite Dr. Joseph Horton to stand. Joseph Horton to be Professor Emeritus in Computer Science. A very short time after coming to UNB, Joseph Horton demonstrated that his contributions to the university and the field of mathematics and computer science would be significant and long-lasting. Dr. Horton joined UNB's Faculty of Computer Science in 1981. During his 30-plus years at UNB, he was recognized numerous times for his research and teaching accomplishments, including receiving a UNB Merit Award and being honored by IBM Canada as a pioneer of Canadian computing. Dr. Horton's most famous mathematical result, known as the Horton set, was the construction of an infinite set of points in the plane that disproved a 40-year-old conjecture. Throughout his career, Dr. Horton has published more than 30 articles in refereed journals. He held a Natural Science and Engineering Research Council Operating and Discovery Grant for 29 years, longer than any other grant holder in the Faculty of Computer Science. As an educator, Dr. Horton made every effort to ensure his students understood their course material and was truly concerned about their progress and their intellectual growth. For his dedication and mentorship, he was awarded the 2012 Computer Science Teaching Award by his undergraduate students. Dr. Horton had a full and productive career at UNB. He was part of a very talented and dedicated group of people who helped put in place the foundations that have made the Faculty of Computer Science what it is today. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, commenda vobis Josephum Horton, ut conferatus honoris causa titulum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero tibi, Joseph Horton, ab munera tua huic universitati, diu et insignitur explita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in Universitati Novi Brunswick.
I would now like to invite Dr. Susan Nichols to stand. Dr. Susan Nichols to be Professor Emerita in Geodesy and Geomatics Engineering. As an expert in land administration, gender rights and access to land, Aboriginal and First Nations ownership rights, maritime policy and marine boundary delimitation, and land registry reform, Susan Nichols' contribution to UNB's Center for Property Studies have been invaluable. Throughout her long career at UNB, Dr. Nichols' drive, intelligence, passion, and commitment to the university has earned her a number of awards and promotions. A UNB alumna, Dr. Nichols began teaching at UNB in 1980 and has held several administrative positions in the Faculty of Engineering, including Director of Graduate Studies in Geodesy and Geomatics Engineering. During her career at UNB, Dr. Nichols received over 50 research grants, contracts, and awards. She has been invited to speak at conferences on 5 continents and has authored or co-authored more than 100 publications. She developed and taught undergraduate and postgraduate courses in land administration and cartography, and has supervised 5 PhD students, 21 master's students, and more than 75 senior undergraduate reports and theses. She chaired the engineering faculty graduate committee for close to 10 years, pardon me, and served on other UNB and professional committees. Her expertise in land administration systems and user requirements was recognized and sought by the United Nations, the World Bank, and other international development organizations, and she brought several important international training programs in land administration to UNB. Dr. Nichols was the first female president of the Canadian Institute of Geomatics and is the past chair of the Canadian National Committee for the International Federation of Surveyors. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, commenda vobis Susanam Nichols, ut ei conferatus honoris causa titulum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero tibi, Susanna Nichols, ab manera tua huic universitati Dio, et in signature explicita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in universitati Novi Brunswick.
Bradford Nickerson, I invite you to please stand. Bradford Nickerson to be Professor Emeritus in Computer Science. Through his outstanding commitment, leadership, and mentorship, Brad Nickerson helped shape UNB's Faculty of Computer Science and contribute to its national reputation for outstanding research and teaching. Just after obtaining his PhD in 1987, Dr. Nickerson was appointed assistant professor in the Faculty of Computer Science and established UNB's Information Technology Center, which has acted as a bridge between the information and communication technology industry and computer science education and research occurring at UNB. He also founded the Faculty of Computer Science Research Expo, first held in June 2004. He has served as chair of the Faculty of Computer Science Recruitment Committee and coordinator of the Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering program. A responsible leader, a rigorous scholar, and a respectable mentor, Dr. Nickerson received the UNB Merit Award twice and was awarded the Computer Science Excellence in Teaching Award by students in the faculty. During his time at UNB, Dr. Nickerson has supervised 45 graduate students, 53 undergraduate students, and served as chair or member of 104 UNB master's and PhD thesis examining boards and served as an external examiner on several theses. He has received 101 research grants, contracts, and awards totaling more than $3 million. Dr. Nickerson values collaboration. He spearheaded the successful 2002 Atlantic Innovation Fund proposal and has worked with UNB researchers in a number of faculties throughout his career. He has authored or co-authored 19 journal publications, 43 papers and refereed conferences, 64 non-refereed papers and posters, and 106 technical reports. In 2007, Dr. Nickerson was awarded a Harrison McCain Foundation Visitorship Award to support 1 year as a visiting professor to Aarhus University in Denmark. In his retirement, Dr. Nickerson remains actively involved in research and continues to supervise graduate students at UNB. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancellari, tota universitas, commenda vobis Bradford Nickerson, ut ei conferatus honoris causa titulum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero tibi, Bradford Nickerson, ab manera tua huic universitati Dio et in signature explicita titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in universitati Novi Brunswick.
Ian Smith, I invite you to please stand. Ian Smith to be Professor Emeritus in Forestry and Environmental Management. During his academic career, Ian Smith was known throughout the Faculty of Forestry and Environmental Management as a valued scholar and mentor to students and faculty alike. He began his career at UNB in 1986 as an assistant professor of structural engineering. In 1988, he was the director of the Wood Science and Technology Center. From 2004 to 2012, he held the distinction of University Research Scholar, and in 2004-2005 was acting dean of the Faculty of Forestry and Environmental Management. Dr. Smith has supervised 10 postdoctoral fellows, 11 UNB PhD students, 6 non-UNB PhD students, and 13 master's students. Dr. Smith is one of the most prolific publishers of research papers and reports in the faculty. Over the course of his career, he has published 2 books and more than 250 research articles on topics related to timber engineering, the vast majority of which were co-authored with his students. Recognized as the leading expert worldwide on timber connections, his research results have been included in timber design codes in Canada, US, Europe, and the UK. His publicly funded individual research grants and contracts at UNB have totaled $2.2 million to date. In addition to his academic work, Dr. Smith is a fellow of 6 national and international professional bodies, including the Institution of Civil Engineers in the United Kingdom, the American Society of Civil Engineers, and the International Association for Bridge and Structural Engineering, just to name a few. In 2003, he was awarded the prestigious J. James R. Crowe Medal for the American Society of Civil Engineers. This award is among the most prestigious honors bestowed on civil engineers and is given in recognition of an outstanding paper published in any of the Society's 30 journals. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelari, tota universitas, commendo vobis Ian Smith ut ei conferatus honoris causa, titulum professoris emeriti in hac universitate.
Ego confero tibi, Ian Smith, ad munera tua huic universitati dio et signature explicita, titulum ac statum professoris emeriti in universitati Novi Brunswicki. We will now proceed to the conferring of an honorary degree, or 2. The recipients will be presented by orator Dr. Jane Fritz.
David and Wendy Betts to be Doctors of Letters. David Betts arrived at UNB in 1954 to study electrical engineering. Having graduated from a 3-room schoolhouse in rural Millerton, New Brunswick, son of a farmer. Wendy Tidmarsh arrived at UNB in 1959 to pursue an arts degree, having graduated from a private girls' school in Montreal, the daughter of a physician. 2 very different backgrounds, no overlapping time at UNB. But while they were at UNB, they were both very involved in campus and residence activities. And when they graduated and started their new lives, they took with them their love of their time at UNB. Wendy returned to Montreal, where she worked in clinical diagnostics. As it happened, Dave was also in Montreal, where he had started his career as an engineer with Bell Telephone. 2 enthusiastic UNB alumni, they met when they both volunteered to help organize a UNB alumni function in Montreal. Their love of UNB brought them together. Dave's professional focus gradually shifted from engineering practice to business, and in 1967, he and Wendy moved to London, Ontario, where he completed an MBA at the University of Western Ontario. Armed with his MBA, he moved into corporate finance, first in Toronto and then settling for good in Calgary in 1978, gaining his CFA designation along the way. In 1990, Dave left his position as a vice president and director of RBC Dominion Securities to start his own consulting firm. His firm, Dave Bett Consulting, offered highly regarded financial consulting services to the oil and gas industry, primarily to those smaller companies not well served by the large national firms. Although he has been retired from full-time involvement in business activity for the past 10 years, he has remained involved in many ways, including terms on the board of the Alberta Securities Commission and on the disciplinary committee for the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Alberta, for which he was awarded a Distinguished Service Award. Along with her own work and raising their family, Wendy Betts has made a significant contribution to animal welfare. At the end of her term on the board of directors of the Calgary Humane Society, she founded an organization called PALS, for the Pet Access League Society, that administers a popular and important program known as Pets Visiting People in Long-Term Care Facilities, serving as its president for 10 years. Dave and Wendy both grew up in homes that valued education. They attribute much of the success they've had in life to education. As a child, Dave's parents, who sacrificed to ensure that he and his brothers had the education they had missed, instilled in him the value of hard work and education. As a student in his small rural school, a dedicated teacher, Aletha Wilbur, was influential in nurturing his aspiration for further study. Attending UNB as a Beaverbrook Scholar, Dave had an early introduction to a famous fellow Miramichier, Lord Beaverbrook, and his commitment to helping shape future leaders. And as a member of the group of young scholars mentored by Lord Beaverbrook and those Beaverbrook scholars who had preceded Dave, he was introduced early to the concept of paying it forward. It is with this background that Dave and Wendy Betts have chosen to direct a significant amount of their philanthropy to providing educational opportunities to New Brunswick students who otherwise might not have had the chance to pursue their dreams and become future leaders themselves. Along with previous generous donations to UNB and other charitable organizations, Dave and Wendy have established the Betts Wilbur Memorial Scholarships in memory of his parents and the teacher who had such an impact on him, Miss Wilbur. What an amazing tribute. These significant renewable scholarships offered to students with strong academic records and demonstrated financial need are valued at $7,000 per year. There are currently 10 Betts Wilbur Scholarship recipients at UNB benefiting from their remarkable generosity. In the past 7 years, Dave and Wendy have built their scholarship endowment to $2.4 million, the largest undergraduate endowment by any living alumnus. Dave and Wendy Betts' actions are a testament to their belief in the value of education, their dedication to the University of New Brunswick, and their outstanding support of New Brunswick students. Their accomplishments and contributions make them most deserving of the designation of Doctors of Letters. Insignissime praeses, amplissime cancelare, tota universitas, presente vobis, David Betts et Wendy Betts, ut admentator honoris causa, ad gratum doctoris in litteris in hoc universitates.
Ego admito vos, David Betts et Wendy Betts, honoris causa, ad gratum doctoris in litteris in universitati Novi Brunswick. It is now my privilege and a great pleasure to invite Dr. David and Dr. Wendy Betts to address this Encaenia.
In 1945. This is not going to be a chronology from then to here, so please relax. In 1945, just before the end of the war, Harry Truman became the President of the United States. On the early death, I could say, of President Roosevelt. Soon after, he was addressing the Senate. He said, "I have two things to say to you. First of all, I will work very hard to meet your expectations. My second message is adjust your expectations." I was deeply honored when Dr. Campbell approached Wendy and me and indicated his wish that UNB would recognize our contribution to this university. We were delighted that the Betts Wilbur Memorial Scholarship that we created was considered to be so meaningful. The scholarship recognizes three very important people in my life: my very hard-working parents, Audrey and Leroy, and my high school teacher and mentor, Miss Aletha Wilbur. My parents provided the incentive for their three boys to get a better education than they had had. We were raised on a very small farm in Millerton. With my parents' drive, support, and encouragement, all three sons were encouraged to go to university in spite of the financial hardship at those times. Now, a few words about Miss Wilbur. Our high school teacher, Miss Wilbur, was the principal, and I want you to listen to this. 3-room rural school in Millerton. She taught 4 high school grades, all subjects, an unheard of challenge and accomplishment today. She encouraged us, and she instilled in us the confidence that we could go on to university. Thanks to her personal attention, again, in off hours, I earned the Beaverbrook Scholarship, which made university attendance much easier. Miss Wilbur was her own person. She was very quiet, she was reserved, and she loved to listen to classical music. This quiet demeanor was, however, a little bit deceptive. Order and discipline were the secrets of her success in the classroom. She was a strict lady. On one more memorable occasion, as an example, a big kid acted up in class, and we're talking about high school boys here, farm boys. You have to picture this. Miss Wilbur, 5'5" of her, maybe 130 pounds of her, marching between the desks, fire in her eyes, grabbing this 6', 190-pounder or so by the shoulders and shaking him like a rag doll. I wish you could have seen the stricken look on his face. She never had any problem with us. In short, it's thanks to all of the encouragement that I am standing on this podium today. The Betts Wilbur Scholarship is in their memory. Now, the engineering training I received here has been absolutely invaluable. I practiced engineering for 8 years before I moved on to an MBA and a career in finance. I used the engineering extensively, very extensively, throughout my career and continue to do so today. The background helped me to understand and appreciate the technical elements of the businesses that I was responsible for as a financial analyst and as in corporate finance.
My early experiences differ from Dave's. As was previously indicated, I was raised in Montreal, where English-speaking families sent their children to private school whenever possible. These schools prepared students for a post-secondary education. They were strict and had high standards. I attended a girls' school only for 12 years. For my post-secondary education, I wanted to follow in my family's footsteps and study medicine. But my dad did not want me to pursue this dream because, in his opinion, medicine was not a suitable career for women. Such was the case in those days. However, he strongly encouraged me to choose a university that offered me a well-rounded education, and UNB fit the bill. It allowed me to take both sciences and arts courses, and upon graduation, I was capable of meeting the demands of a career in medical technology. I felt completely at home upon arrival in Fredericton, and to this day, I still do. Compared to now, UNB was small. The Brunswickan headline, "We are now 1,000, was what everybody celebrated upon arrival, 1,000. After spending 12 years with girls, you can imagine my amazement to learn there were 10 guys to 1 girl. How times have changed. UNB offered me so many opportunities to become involved in extracurricular activities, which gave me the self-confidence along with organizational and leadership skills. That and my life experiences at UNB stood me in good stead. I am most grateful for the opportunity to attend this remarkable institution. Remember, I was an out-of-town province student who would probably and did leave the province after graduation. I was aware that New Brunswick had, in part, supported me, and I wanted to give back someday. Obviously, I enthusiastically supported Dave when he shared his thoughts with me about establishing a scholarship for New Brunswick high school students at UNB, students who otherwise would not be able to benefit from a post-secondary education due to financial restrictions. Never in my wildest imagination did I ever expect to be standing here today. Like Dave, I feel very honored that my alma mater would honor me in this way. Thank you so much.
When I got to a position in life excuse me, where I could give back, I really wanted my contribution to be where I personally could see results. I therefore made education my choice, and what better place than my home province of New Brunswick and the university where I got my start. I was fortunate to have been very successful in the field of finance, and I wanted to give back in support of others who, as Wendy just said, in the absence of financial assistance, might be denied a university education. We determined that the Betts Wilbur Memorial Scholarship would accomplish that goal and would be directed to the faculties of engineering and science. This was a natural focus for me since my late brother John graduated in science in 1953, my younger brother Don in civil in 60, and I'm a member of the electrical engineering class of 59. I believe Jane also already indicated that there are currently 10 students under the scholarship, 6 men and 4 women. It will be a very proud day when I see the scholarship recipients walk across this stage, and that day is coming. In fact, the first one will graduate tomorrow on the St. John campus. You can't imagine the satisfaction that we enjoy from the letters of gratitude we receive from our students, thanking us for the scholarship and the opportunity that it afforded.
I'd like to read from one such letter written by one of the female recipients. Quote, "The Betts Wilbur Memorial Scholarship has been a tremendous help to me again this year. It has facilitated my transition into university life in another city by allowing me to focus on my studies and take advantage of time with friends and family and extracurricular activities without having to worry about the money needed to attend university." End of quote.
We hope that when all of you leave UNB with your degree, you will take with you many, many fond memories of this institution and what it has given to you, your education, your friends, classmates, professors, and memories of Fredericton.
We hope that you never forget that the education you received here gave you the start to a world of opportunities and a wonderful and rewarding career. I hope you will, like Dave and me, leave part of your heart here at UNB.
Congratulations to all of you. We congratulate you on your current achievement and the best wishes for a long and satisfying career wherever the engineering, forestry, or computer science background that you achieved from your UNB education may take you. Thank you and very best wishes.
Thank you, David and Wendy, for many reasons, perhaps the most important of which is your support for our students. Thank you. We will now proceed to the conferring of degrees in course. May I extend to all of you who will graduate here today, on behalf of the entire university community, our warmest congratulations. When you first came here as a student, you became a member of the UNB family. And today, representatives of that family have gathered here today, faculty, staff, friends, colleagues, family, to share in your pride in reaching this important milestone in your life. We are here today to recognize your hard work and your sacrifice, and we are here today to wish you all the success and happiness in the future. We hope that you will always value what you have learned here at the University of New Brunswick, and that you will remember your alma mater with fondness and affection. As each of you receives your degree today, you will be presented with a University of New Brunswick alumni pin by the UNB Associated Alumni. This part of our ceremony will begin with the bachelor's degrees, to be followed by the master's and doctoral degrees. Candidates for the bachelor's degree will be presented by the university orator.
The bachelor's degrees of Science and Engineering, Geomatics, Science and Forestry, Science and Forest Engineering, Science and Environment and Natural Resources, Computer Science, Information Systems, and Science and Software Engineering. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancelori, supplicant senatui, ehuic venerabili collegio gudimatorum, he bachelore vel scalares in facultate ingeniaria, something like that, in facultate silviculturae, a rerum naturalium corandarium, in facultate rerum computandarum, quorum nomina ad studia eam rete cognita sunt e problemata ut admittantur ad proprium baccalaureate gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placetni vobis senatores, placetni gubernatores, uti supplicatores admittantur.
The supplicants for all the bachelor's degrees will now stand for presentation by the orator and admission by the president. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancelori, totu universitas, presenta vobis hosce supplicantores in supra dictes facultatibus ut admittantur ad proprium baccalaureae gradum in sua quisque facultate, tescorque illos, quoad omnia qua statuta nostras requerent aptos et idonius es.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum baccalaureae in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. The Dean of Engineering, Dr. David Coleman, will present the Bachelor of Science in Engineering and Bachelor of Geomatics diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Peter James Adamson. Ahmed Ali Altair. Florence Marie-José Heller. Tyler James Ellison. Alexander Thomas Billier. Martin Andre Boisonneau. David Cody Bradley. Erica Liv Brown. Walker Graham Brown. Matthew Michael Como. Jeffrey Thomas Crabb. Jillian Grace DeMerchant. Jordan Alexander Dwaron. Gleb Andreevich Agorov. Thomas William Elliott. Erin Elizabeth Ferguson. Ashley Lauren Galbraith. Melissa Catherine Gallant. Victoria Betty Godzo. William Cormac Goodfellow. Seamus Mackenzie Guest. Thomas James Guyette. Dawa Gelson. Lionel Thomas Cruther Hayter. Caitlin Elizabeth Hazard. Gregory James Healy. Danielle Patricia Hillier. Catherine Joseph Isaka. Laura Emily Kerr. Tarek Hatem Musa Kamash. Kyle Patrick James Kilbride. Scott Michael Kilbride. Danielle Donghee Aram Kim. James Robert LaFrance. Mark William Levin. Andrew Michael LeBlanc. Philippe Gilbert Leger. Calvin David McCauley. Erin Elizabeth McDougall. Carly Victoria McEachran. Carol Ann Shirley Meraz. James Andrew Murphy. George Garrett Nelson. Travis Weston Proser. Jenna Lee Raymond. Kyle Allen Rogers. Monkey. Andres Fernando Rosero Monge. Matthew Wayne Seeley. Travis Michael James Shaysgreen. Scott Frederick Shreenan. Bonnie Caitlin McKernan Sim. Jonah Gregoire Tremblay. Paul William Wentworth. Jackson Wen Xuan Wo. Katie Eden Wright. David Abubakar. James Michael David Adams. Sabir Ahmed. Mohammed Sami Abdul-Qadir. Azam Ali Saad Agmadi. Hamdi. Mohammed Omar Saad Al-Habdi. Abdullah Saad El-Harbi. Abdul Rahman Faisal Habdi. Abdul Salam Mushabab Hakaptani. Brant Wesley Allen. Gregory Michael Armstrong. Badar Ibrahim Isiri. Saveta Atif. Jeremy Robert Bailmans. John Leo Bennery. Daniel Nicholas Bernardi. Ryan Glenn Billard. Michael Andrew Billings. Jessica Caitlin Bishop. Brittany Megan Blanchard. Joseph Michael Bridson. Leonardo Andres Camayo Veloso. Tristan Caron Levesque. James Robert Carville. Frederick Chia Terway. Wanshi Chen. Harrison Ernest Clark. Andrew Blair Cormier. Tyler Michael Cormier. Sheldon Kyle Coulter. Kimberly Renee Couturier. Francis Alexander Daig Long. Usama Mohammed Dahimi. Jacob Thomas DeLille. Glenn Andrew Doyle. Patrick Donald Drake. Andrew Michael Drisdell. Renee Michelle Dubé. Brett Robert Ferguson. Mark Anthony Fleming. Robert Lee Folkins. Stephen Paul Forrester. Keelan Kingsley Joseph Gagnon. Drew Tyler Garnett. Derek Murray Gates. Jason Charles Genot. Christopher Neil Gibson. Thomas William Gillis. Kyle Vance Glencross. Hi. Michael Paul Graham. Jean-Luc David Gandon. Dylan Finley Gullison. Yana Debeba Helu Wandafresh. Mohammed Fahmy Halim. Hafiz Hasan Henry Hamden. Colleen Logan Hugh. Kristen Elizabeth Hussey. Frederick Gordon J. Oladimiji Francis Jinadu. Bria Ann Johnston. Natalie Joelle Laflamme Jones. Mohammed Kamel Ezral Kamarul Baharin. Andrew Thomas Kelly. Emmett Kenneth Ketchum. Michael David Kilfoyle. Yeowan Koch. Adam Peter Laird. Philip Robert Larley. Eric Normand Levesque. Gregory Michael McDonald. Mark Patrick McNevin. Ghislaine Shikara Maye. Emily May Martin. Robert Gerald McCarthy. Alexander John McDonald. Joshua Kyle McGinnis. Myron Kenneth McLaughlin. Joel Richard Michaud. Nikola Milotovich. Majevich. Sorry. Milotovich. Screwed that one up. Lance Jordan Mills. Sayafik Mohammed Shahrizal. Bradley Joseph O'Hearn. Benjamin James Morin. Bismarck Owasu. Marie Danielle Paradis. Nicholas Earl Clifford Parrott. Nicholas Gordon Phelan. George Malcolm Graham Powell. Faison Kudus. Mitra Redmonish. Cody William Reynolds. Kaylin Elizabeth Richardson. Leroy Cleston Rodriguez. Benjamin Paul Rondel. John Emerson Rowe. Michael George Roy. Morena Saberwal. Bruce Edward Scott. Camogelo William Silbeo. Taylor John Edward Seeley. Jamie Mark Shannon. Hesham Adam Shata. Pendar Soleimani. Catherine McDonald Saunier. Peter Michael Spinney. Ryan John Steves. Danielle Rochelle Sullivan. Xiun Tan. Rachel Ann Van Wart. Matthew Kevin Vance. Jeffrey Alexander Walker. James Anthony Walton. Nancy Jean Ward. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science in Engineering degree. The Dean of Forestry and Environmental Management, Dr. Van Lance, will present the Bachelor of Science in Forestry and Bachelor of Science in Environment and Natural Resources diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Forestry. Sean Michael Lamb. Michael Jeffrey Hutchinson. Alicia Lavinia Fennings. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science in Forestry degree. Wayne Taylor. Oh. I think those were in the wrong order. I think Wayne was the last of the science in forestry. And now we have this one. Okay. Bachelor of Science in Environment and in Natural Resources. Justin Thomas Bezanson Byatt. Spencer Durkia Flynn. Holly Amber Blackear. Amanda Nicole Fortune. Logan Robert Keown. Scott William Lambert Saunders. Shannon Ellis Adams. Alexandria Bailey Armstrong. Monica Marie Donna Boudreau. Matthew Reginald Felix. Nicholas William Alexis Legier. Jenna Evelyn Macquarie. Emily Ann Owens. Courtney Marie Thompson. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science in Environment and Natural Resources degree. The Dean of Computer Science, Dr. Ali Gorbani, will present the Bachelor of Computer Science and Bachelor of Information Systems diplomas. Bachelor of Computer Science with honors. Alexander Robert Roscoe. Bachelor of Computer Science. Marc Antoine Gosselin Levine. Nicholas Joseph Leonard Hebert. Logan Joseph Marks. Joel Sean Murray. Nicholas Colby Polchis. Robin Patricia Schriver. Amy Yoonjun Seo. Curtis Michael Bowman Smith. Matthew Mark Daniel O'Coin. Patrick John Chamberlain. Brian Joseph Hansen. Celine Isip. Tusif Mahmood. Trevor Dustin Kirk Nelson. Judith Faye Page. Logan Gerald Perel. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Computer Science degree. Bachelor of Information Systems, Emily Jean Golding. Eric Daniel Savoy. Ryan Orville Seaboyer. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Information Systems degree. The Dean of Engineering and the Dean of Computer Science will present the Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering diplomas. Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering. Michael James Stewart. Evan Miles Ricker. Scott Edward Samara. Ryan Robert Wark. This concludes the granting of the Bachelor of Science in Software Engineering degree.
I believe this concludes the granting of our bachelor's degrees. Let's have a round of applause for these graduates. There's a lot of happiness in this room at the moment, maybe a little relief as well. We shall now confer the master's degrees in course. The candidates will be presented by the Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. Edmund Biden.
The master's degrees of Science and Engineering, Engineering, Science and Forestry, Forestry, Science and Forest Engineering, Environmental Management, and Computer Science. Candidates will remain seated for the supplication. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancellare, supplicant senatui et huic venerabili collegio gubernatorum, he baccalaureae vel scholares in facultate ingenieria, in facultate silviculturae e rerum naturalium curandarum, in facultate rerum computandarum, quorum nomina ac studia iam rite cognita sunt et promulgata, ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate.
Placeti vobis senatores, placeti gubernatores, ut he supplicatoris admittantur.
Placet. The supplicants for the aforesaid master's degrees will stand for presentation and admission by the President. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancellare, tota universitas, presento vobis hosca supplicatoris in superdictus facultatibus, ut admittantur ad proprium magistri gradum in sua quisque facultate, testorque ilios quoad omnia quae statuta nostra requirant aptos et idonios esse.
Ego admitto vos ad gradum magistri in Universitati Novi Brunswicki.
You will now proceed in your assigned order on to the dais for individual acceptance. The Acting Associate Dean of Graduate Studies, Dr. John Kershaw, will present the master's diplomas.
I think we just saw the class of 2033 running across there.
Thank you. Master of Science in Engineering, McGinn John Banerjee. Cody Aaron Cameron. Megan Sue Colpitz. Zhenyu Chen. Allison Elizabeth Dean. Jason Ronald Elliott. Colin Blaine Gillis. Claire Christina Horton. Abhishek Carr. Heather McGrath. Jonathan David Meehan. Saeed Ahmad Musavai. Amir Khalid Nagati. Master of Engineering, Basi James Akpan. Nojan Atari. Fatuma Bagnan Bidu. Yao Chen. Human Fahande Sadi. Miles Trevor Goff. Prathamesh Kumthakar. Toyin Owalabi. Robert James Snell. Carl Marinas Tebow. Jacqueline Nicole Valdron. Xiaofei Wang. Zhaowei Xu. Travis Christopher Young. Maria Zani. Master of Science in Forestry, Douglas Hiltz. Amanda Courtney Smith. Danielle Lee Smith. Master of Computer Science, Ezra Hassan Jawad Al-Wakal. Ikhtar Mohammed Sharif Buyan. Dayal Deely. Jean Gao. Ning Zhu. Xingjing Li. Nasir Mahmood. Nicholas Marcus New. Panagiotis Patros. Sujan Chandra Saha. Sen Wong. Jianbo Zheng. Naveed Javed. Jeevan Reddy Kodur. Sarath Chandra Madur. Swapnil Subhash Sule. Udit Mukesh Trivedi. This concludes the granting of the master's degrees.
We shall now confer the Doctor of Philosophy degree. The candidates will be presented by Dr. Bai.
The degree Doctor of Philosophy candidates will stand for the supplication. Insignissime praeses implicime cancellari supplicant senatui et huic venerabili collegio gubernatorum Laura Louise Burgot Chavez Forestry, Louise Anna Marie Como Forestry, Frederick George Gura Electrical Engineering, Zuhan Chemical Engineering, Siranthip Kitty Risawa Chemical Engineering, Chaiwat Lurtsura Sakta, Chemical Engineering, Ling Li, Forest Engineering, Mir Abdul Matin, Forestry, Liam Daniel Paul, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Daniel Robert Rogers, Electrical Engineering, Christopher David Rouse, Electrical Engineering, Sajad Saidi Gorabula, Electrical Engineering, Hu Tang, Geodesy and Geomatics Engineering, and Diji Zhu, Computer Science. Magistri vel baccalaureae ut ad metanter ad gradum philosophiae doctoris.
Placeti vobis senatores, placeti gubernatores, uti supplicatoris ad metanter.
Placet. The candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy will come forward and stand before the dais for admission. Insignissime praeses, implicime cancellare toti universitas, presento vobis hosca supplicatores ut ad metanter ad gradum philosophiae doctoris. Testorque ilios quo ad omnia quae statutra nostra requirant aptos et idonios esse.
Ego admitto, vos ad gradum philosophiae doctoris in Universitati Novi Brunswick.
You will now proceed in your assigned order onto the dais for individual acceptance. Laura Louise Burgot-Chavez. Dr. Burgot-Chavez investigated the application in satellite radar imagery for assessing moisture conditions for wildfire danger assessment. Her findings will contribute to improvements in remote monitoring for fire danger and fire behavior management. Louise Anna Marie Como, Forestry. Dr. Como investigated the environmental ethics associated with environmental lifestyle practitioners. Her findings will contribute to improving environmental education curricula and more effective environmental policies and behavior change programs. Frederick Georges Gura, Electrical Engineering. Dr. Gura has worked extensively to measure and correct magnetic fields in magnetic resonance imaging applications. His findings have permitted the investigation of material properties using MRI not previously possible and will improve the quality and reduce the duration of MRI scans. Zhu Han, Chemical Engineering. Dr. Han investigated the absorptive removal of nitrogen and sulfur from diesel fuel. Her findings will contribute to the development of absorbents for clean diesel production, which reduces environmental pollution. Surinthrip Kitty Srisawi, Chemical Engineering. Dr. Kitty Srisawi investigated surfactant delivery systems to minimize surfactant absorption into porous media during enhanced oil recovery. Her findings will contribute to surfactant flooding technology and have potential for application in the petroleum field. Ling Li, Forest Engineering. Dr. Li investigated the cupping of asymmetrical laminated densified wood products caused by moisture and temperature fluctuations. Her findings will contribute to improving the mechanical properties of low-density softwoods. Liam Daniel Paul, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Paul investigated robotics mission planning algorithms and has demonstrated results on real autonomous underwater vehicles in the field. His findings will contribute to increased efficiency and robustness for safety-critical tasks such as underwater mine hunting. Daniel Robert Rogers, Electrical Engineering. Dr. Rogers investigated a multivariable approach to muscle fatigue assessment by analysis of the muscle's electrical signals. His findings take muscle fatigue assessment closer to clinical and industrial deployment. Christopher David Rouse, Electrical Engineering. Dr. Rouse investigated both the use of directional access point antennas and the feasibility of electrically conductive paper as an alternative to copper in the design of antennas. His findings will contribute to the development of multi-input, multi-output communication systems. Sajid Saidi Garabula, Electrical Engineering. Dr. Saidi worked on perception and navigation of aerial and ground robots and improved the reliability of robotic systems. His findings will contribute to incorporating robots in our daily life and increasing their performance and efficiency. Hui Tang, Geodesy and Geomatics Engineering. Dr. Tang investigated a multisensory integration approach to improve the orientation and positioning accuracy in indoor environments. Her findings will contribute to optimizing the status acquisition of indoor objects and improve the quality of services inside buildings. DJ Zhu, Computer Science. Dr. Zhu investigated the multipath transmission schemes in wireless networks and has demonstrated significant improvement in their performance and robustness. His findings will contribute to improve the service quality for mobile users. This concludes the granting of degrees in course.
Congratulations, graduates. Please note that an English translation of your diploma has been placed inside the folder behind the parchment. In 2011, on the occasion of UNB's 225th anniversary, a new tradition was introduced, the UNB coin. I'd like to thank all those who made this possible, from the committee who worked hard to get the coin just right, to the associated alumni who made a significant financial contribution in support of the project. We hope this coin will carry your individual memories of a life-changing experience at UNB and serve as a reminder that when you combine an ambitious goal and personal dedication, you can attain anything. Maybe more importantly, let this coin be a symbol that you were, are, and will always be part of our family, the worldwide family of thousands of UNB alumni who work to better our world each and every day. We hope you hold your coin with pride. We are certainly very proud of you. We know you leave us with more knowledge, a greater sense of community, and the potential to make a significant difference in the quality of your own lives and the lives of those you touch as you take the next step in life's journey. Congratulations on a job well done, and I now invite representatives of UNB's faculty, staff, and alumni to present the 2014 UNB coin.
I will now invite Mark Bedard, President of the UNB Associated Alumni, to deliver the welcome to new alumni. Mark.
Honorary degree recipients, Dr. David and Wendy Betts, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, distinguished guests, family and friends of UNB, and graduates, good afternoon. It is an honor to share this special day with you and to officially welcome you to UNB's family. What an exciting day this is for you as graduates and for your family and friends. Congratulations. Today you are joining one of the oldest alumni associations in Canada, a family that began with little more than 200 graduates some 150 years ago has grown into a worldwide network of over 78,000 alumni. As we celebrate this important milestone, we are reminded that those who have helped along the way, our families, friends, and fellow alumni, many of whom you may have never met. We reflect on the legacy that has been created and on the power of new ideas and possibilities. And on the subject of legacy, I would add today that it's very interesting to note that the engineering and forestry graduates, my father would have graduated 65 years ago with a Bachelor of Science in Forestry from UNB, and my grandfather 91 years ago with the Bachelor in Electrical Engineering. So it's UNB is a very important part of my legacy, and I look forward to seeing many of you here in the future with your children. Today you stand on the cusp of new beginnings, which will shape and influence others that come after you. You are also part of an extensive network of individuals that collectively represent UNB's greatest assets. I am hopeful that during your time here at UNB, you became cognizant of the important role alumni play in enhancing the overall student experience, whether it was support for tangible things like buying books, funding athletic programs, helping students participate in conference and study abroad programs, or alumni contributions to scholarships and bursary programs. These are all contributions that help students like you succeed. Alumni also help by mentoring students, helping them find meaningful work and co-op opportunities, and helping them prepare for their careers. Sharing their expertise and advice with the people who manage the university. Participating in UNB events and activities across the country and around the world. Encouraging others to entrust UNB with their children's education, and acting as ambassadors, helping us share UNB's story. Your impact on the world will certainly be great, but please remember that your impact on UNB, even once you leave, can be just as great. As the UNB Associated Alumni, we foster the link that keeps you informed about what is happening at UNB, providing events and activities to keep you connected with each other and to our future student body. Your involvement serves to strengthen our family, so I encourage each of you to keep in touch and stay engaged. We are looking forward to hearing about the next stages of your journey, where you end up, and the positive impact that you will have on your community and the global world. Congratulations on your success and welcome to the UNB alumni family. We are honored to have you join us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Again this year, the graduating class has asked that the valedictory be presented at Encaenia. The valedictorian for this address is Gregory Armstrong of Hampton, New Brunswick, who today received his Bachelor of Science in Engineering. Mr. Armstrong, I invite you to deliver the valedictory address.
I don't know about the rest of you graduates, but the amount of times that I got this tassel in my mouth walking down here was just shameful. So bear with me if it happens again. So, members of Convocation, ladies and gentlemen, and all other distinguished guests. First, I would like to say that I'm honored to have the opportunity to give the address to the graduates here today. So, class of 2014, we did it. We made it through all those boring calculus tutorials. We made it through those 3-hour-long afternoon labs. Or for those of us that were so fortunate, the 8-hour-long labs We made it through those long walks up to Tim Hortons when the headrest was closed for that constant pursuit of more caffeine. Actually, so much so was it a constant pursuit for caffeine that Thomas Guyette and I had installed a small coffee maker inside the Engineering Undergraduate Society office so we could have access to coffee 24/7. It was a good idea, Tom. We made it through those late nights working, only to do it again on wing night at the cellar. What was it that they told us? Good grades, sleep, and a social life? Pick two? We sure showed them. Our time here at UNB is a special time that we will always remember. And I hope, like me, you guys couldn't imagine doing it anywhere else. Older folks always tell us to have dreams, right from the beginning, to have insane ambitions to get us where we're going. Did any of you graduates really imagine that you'd be standing here today, graduating from your specific degree programs? I certainly did not. But the point is that we always think of big goals or dream of great things to motivate us to achieve and accomplish as much as humanly possible. But the point is that oftentimes we get too caught up focusing on the end goal. And the pursuit is the best part, not the final destination. So do not get too caught up focusing on that end goal, or you're going to miss all the best parts. Looking out amongst us graduates here today is a proud moment for ourselves and for all the great people that helped us along our way. And it certainly wasn't an individual effort. And I'm not just talking about our time here at UNB. Do you remember in grade school when your parents would sit you down and help you through your math homework or show you how to research for a project? That was during a time that all we worried about was how much longer until recess and then lunch, and can I trade my butterscotch pudding for a chocolate bar? Life was so easy. Do you remember high school, skating through without doing any homework and probably still achieving honors or high honors? Boy, did that ever change during first year. What a wake-up call that was. And imagine trying to weather the harsh reality that was first year of university without the great people that helped us along our way. I like to look at our degree program as a fast-flowing river, or as a better way to call it, the river of endless suffering, filled with nasty monsters called assignments, quizzes, group projects, and exams that tested our mental stability more than our knowledge on the subject. But once getting thrown into that river, we eventually realized that this isn't an individual struggle for survival, that our very internal instincts told us that there are strengths in numbers, that there are others just like me out there that are going through the exact same struggles. And with that, some of the greatest friendships were born. And it was those friends that helped pull each other through our degrees and our time here at university. And at this point, I have to give a shout out to Nancy and my senior design group, Kim, Tom, and Erica. Otherwise, they were going to beat me up, which wouldn't have been good. So it was these types of experiences that made our journey through university so amazing. Imagine for a moment that you didn't take this path. I hope that you have no regrets and are thankful for who you've become. So don't stop here. Keep having those brave dreams that you have and dare to pursue them with the undying ambition and tenacity within you. And look to inspire others along your way, for we are lucky, very lucky and privileged to have this education and this freedom. Pass it on, educate others, and always, always keep learning. What is our motto? Dare to be wise. And our world is a beautiful, endless canvas, and I know that each and every one of you will make significant contributions to that beautiful canvas. But be careful, though, to not get too caught up in your obligations ahead of you, and do what we never had time to do during university, and get some sleep. And enjoy our world for what it is, by taking time away from your busy lives to simply observe the beauty that surrounds us. And at this point, on behalf of the graduates here today, I'd like to give the biggest thank you to all the family members, friends, and others who helped us get us where we are today. And of course, a huge thank you to the faculty and staff that helped shape us into the University of New Brunswick graduating class of 2014. Well, friends, this river, like all rivers do, has flown into an ocean, a strange new place full of opportunity and new challenges. But through our time at UNB, we've learned the essential skills that will allow us to adapt and to prosper in it. And I'll finish off this address with a quote by Mark Twain that seemed fitting for graduation and for my metaphor comparing our path through university as a river flowing into an ocean. And Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Congratulations, graduates of 2014. We did it.
Thank you, Gregory. On behalf of the Chancellor, the Board of Governors, the Senate, the faculty, the staff, the entire UNB community, I extend to all who have received their degrees here today our most sincere congratulations on your achievement and our very best wishes for the future. A special thank you to the St. John String Quartet, David Adams, Danny Sametz, Christopher Buckley, and Sonia Adams, and our trumpeter, Robert Dutton, for providing the music for this, our 185th Encaenia. Thank you. I'd also like to thank all of those who have assisted with the arrangements for this Encaenia. There's a small army of people who try to make this a special day for you. I thought I would tell you the story of our groundskeepers here at UNB on this campus. I was at a meeting up at Marshall McDavery Hall, just at the top of the hill, walking back to my office, which is towards the bottom, and there were lots of people working on the grounds, and I stopped to talk to them. And every group that I stopped to talk to had the following thing to say. They said, "We really want the campus to look great for convocation." I think they did a pretty darn good job, don't you? At the conclusion of this ceremony, everyone is cordially invited to attend an Encaenia tea in McConnell Hall, the building just across the street from here. The Associated Alumni will be selling diploma frames at the tea, and a photo booth has been set up in McConnell Hall for you to capture more memories with your family and your friends. At this time in the ceremony, just before we close with the anthem, I'd like to ask our graduates to consider all of those in your lives who have helped you get here to this day. Some of them are able to be with us, others are not for a variety of reasons. Please stand up and give them all a round of applause for helping you. Please be seated. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to invite Jillian DeMerchant, who received her Bachelor of Science in Engineering degree this afternoon, to lead us in the singing of O Canada. I would ask everyone to rise and remain standing in their places until the academic procession has retired. Jillian.
The true